Yo, what's good, baby? What's up, internet?
Good. Man, shout out to my people. Shout out to everybody. This is like our 22nd or third show here, yo. You believe that shit?
Yes, sir. Yes,
That
sir.
shit crazy.
The outstanding fucking thing, man. We're getting it in, and
Sure.
it all comes down to the people. The subscribers, the fans, the people that hop in, smash that like button. Help us get our weight up like that fat bitch Della Reese. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, and shout outs to all the supporters for sure, all day, every day. You feel me?
Absolutely.
But you know what this show we about to get on some yay shit. I want to first of all say you was right about the whole Chase situation.
Oh, I love hearing that shit. I love hearing
You
that
was
shit.
right. You was right. They shouldn't have. They got involved in some shit they wasn't supposed to, and you was definitely right. Like everybody blackballing them. Now we're gonna get into the other shit. It went to PayPal, to Balenciaga, to all kind of other people who don't want nothing to do with them because of business reasons.
Understandable, but there's a way to go about it and a proper thing to do. You don't just up and cancel people and end their lives because you're a fucking corporation. Like there's a legal way to do this shit. If man goes on trial, is found guilty of whatever, then you cut ties and not do business. You don't just take someone's fucking accounts away and start shutting people down because he said something you don't fucking like. Like that's not American, and that's the exact opposite of American. I don't give a fuck who said it. Whatever racist ass ignorant person can say whatever the fuck they want, and that's why we have people that fight for fucking freedom here, and people just giving shit away while hundreds of thousands of people in the past in our country have died for those rights, and you motherfuckers just giving it away to these soulless corporations who pass the buck and never take fucking blame for anything because if 10 of them on a board, not once, they can sleep at night killing people.
That's such a good ass point you said. Like people died for these freedoms, freedom of speech.
Give it away.
Big thing. And now, I gotta respect Ye, and I don't care who like it or not, because it's revolutionary what he's doing. He being a real artist. He's showing some real artistry right now. That's what I am. I'm an artist. That's what I'm about, artistry.
And it's not inconsequential.
It ain't about his views and what the fuck it's about that he got the gall and the balls to really speak his mind.
Yep.
And that's something that we should all embrace, but we so fucking stupid.
100%.
See what's really going on. You know what I mean? Like,
the kid is acting.
I want him to apologize like Nori bitch ass did. I fuck with Nori. I love him, but that was some bitch shit. Sorry.
Absolutely.
I was raised off seeing him, but that was some sucker shit. Vlad didn't have to apologize, and neither did a couple other people. Like, come on, man.
Absolutely.
Let's be real.
Ye's a patriot at this point because he's out there and he's showing that you got to have the balls to fucking actually speak your mind and use and put to good
sacrifice. He's sacrificing a lot.
Exactly. He's using his freedom of voice, his freedom of speech, but he is on the line, brother, man. His money is on the line. His lifestyle is on the line. And now we're starting to see how these corporations are just taking things away from people when they have no goddamn right to do so. And if they don't like what he said, that's cool. But if we don't like what you did, how you fucking piece of shit fund two sides of World War II, how you got your hand in everybody's fucking pocket, no matter what.
Who are you talking about?
Just banks in general and shit, but
okay.
And also you have Balenciaga just dropped. It's like, wow, you took a fucking company that made a lot of money, but most people never fucking knew. And then you got guys like Ye and these other rappers who put a fucking name on them now in the neighborhoods and in normal everyday culture. And now people are buying Balenciaga this, Balenciaga that, selling those ugly ass fucking running shoes. People are hot money on it. Meanwhile, if it wasn't for Ye and these other people, you wouldn't have a fucking business like you do now. You would just have your 1%er money coming in, which is great money still, but he opened up a whole market for you. And what do? You turn around, you fucking cut him off because you had enough of it. You don't like what he said about Jews? Wow, that's cool. Who makes your fucking clothes? Sweatshop motherfuckers.
And let's be honest, did he go on a real tirade against Jewish people? No.
No.
Did he really say like things to show that he hates Jewish people? No. Let's be honest here. What Jewish people doing, not Jewish people, because that's fucked up to generalize them all. But there's some motherfuckers up top that's showing their power, that's flexing, and I don't like it. I never like bullies. I hate bullies. I fucking want to destroy bullies. I don't like
it. And now it's either they're bullies because they can take something away from this black man who said he doesn't like Jewish people, so they're being bullies because they can take it away, or even worse, they're not Jewish and they're trying to take his shit away or taking his shit away and canceling him because they're just kissing ass for Jews that they don't even fucking know just to look good. You know what I mean? And this is just And again, I have nothing against Jewish people. I'm just saying, you know, if people start doing things in the name of you just to kiss your ass and you're affecting real people's lives,
it's disgusting.
Not cool.
And it's not going to be. It's going against the progression of human beings. Now with Nori in the Revolt situation, you know, Drink Champs is on Revolt. P. Diddy owns Revolt, but he doesn't own the whole thing. He's partners with a Jewish gentleman. No problem.
Yeah,
but
no problem.
Did Nori have to apologize because this gentleman said, fuck that? If he don't apologize, his shit is out of here. Do you think Nori's job was on the line with that situation?
Well, yeah, I don't know, to be honest. You know, he knows, I imagine after the podcast and everything's said and done and knowing everything he said, I think at that point he might have been a little bit worried about, like, that I'd be next up, you know, which looks like he is for the Me Too and the cancel culture and all this shit wrapped into one. But I don't think they necessarily would have taken his platform. I think more it would be along the lines of losing sponsorship, potentially losing some subs, but mainly it comes down to you really can't be canceled unless you cancel yourself.
Period. Especially like in the internet like world. Nori,
exactly. You can lose your
go ahead and start your own Drink Champs and say fuck them, and you will still make money, and you'll still get subscribers and all that. I mean, advertisers, all that. But yeah. I'm wondering, what did he really feel like he was wrong in the situation, or did he apologize from pressure? Because the thug from the streets who allegedly shot people, who've been to prison for sure, who sold crack hand to hand in the streets.
Yes, sir.
What the fuck is he coming on apologizing about a conversation that he had on his show? It's fucking, to me, it's like, wow.
I agree, but it's, you know, it's what he's afraid to lose, what he stands to lose if he does get canceled.
What, future deal?
Well, yeah, you know, yeah, and he's got arguably one of the most popular podcasts right now.
As far as it's urban, yeah, and we are pop, so yeah.
But yeah, it's a little disheartening to see, you know, Super Thug out there who
Thug.
Yeah, for real. Like, that's what, when I first started getting into rap, like when I first really started getting into it on my own, Super Thug was the jam that was out, bro, and Nori was killing it, bro, back then.
He really could have set something. He really should have laid it down with that. He really could have laid the demo down and really like did some big shit. But no, what he do? He did the sucker shit. He did the lame shit.
Yeah.
He got that money. He got soft. He did the soft shit. I'm sorry.
He did.
I don't care if he agreed with Ye or not. Nope. He did some sucker shit. What is he apologizing for anyway? What I want to know.
Exactly. That's what I don't understand. What is he apologizing for? Because there was so many videos and it's all just the same shit over and over. But it's like, all right, so you're apologizing for what? For giving arguably the loudest and most popular individual as far as social media goes. You're going to deny an interview with this man.
Media. This is a worldwide superstar.
No, I'm saying, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, having to do with Instagram and Twitter and that kind of stuff, and just, you know, obviously YouTube is an extension of that. But yeah, so you're going to take arguably the most entertaining individual in the world who's actually on some hot button shit right now, and you're going to let him have 2-3 hours on your platform to talk. So if you're willing to do that right at the bat, I don't see why you would be apologizing for anything that this motherfucker said on your show. It's not like you gave him a script and said, read this, you know, and people are jumping on him because he didn't say anything about it that flashed at the point. But like he said in his interview, you know, he had been drinking already, might even been smoking a little bit. You know, he wasn't really ready to hear some shit like that and didn't really have it formulated to come back and question it. But later on down the pod, if you motherfuckers actually listen instead of just clipping stuff, if you actually listen to this shit,
listen to the whole shit.
He comes back and he presses him about that. Presses him about the Floyd thing. Presses him about the fucking the comments made about you know, the gender community and so on and so forth.
He had nothing to apologize for.
Yeah,
he even said, "I love the Jews. We love Jewish people here."
Yep.
So
and what really pisses me off now is these bitch ass rappers out there who, you know, always want to come off as, oh, yo, I'm hard, yo, I'm this, yo, I ride for my people, yo.
I want to be politically correct,
man.
Yo, exactly. I'm not with the bag rappers.
So Noriega,
the bag rappers, I'm not with them dudes.
Sorry. For real. And a little history on Noriega. Noriega, 13 years old. He's a street dude. He's a real one. 13 years old, man. This kid's coming up. He grows up in Left Rack City, which I know Left Rack, like, you know, Left Rack. I've been through Left Rack. That shit should
be like my Bible.
That shit should be called Iraq, bro. Friday nights on the fucking in the summer down there, you know, used to be and now has gotten back to be. It's just like fucking Fallujah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you better go in there with a team, you know, you better have multiple teams. But So yeah, so he comes up at
he fucked up he tarnished Ye's movement. Ye right now is on a fucking on a mission. Yes. I don't like how people trying to call him crazy. Yeah, we all crazy. Who the fuck ain't crazy? If you're not crazy, I don't like you. Fuck you.
Exactly.
I don't like no fucking
even if he is
normal guy, no politically correct.
Exactly. But even if he is crazy, it's not a crime not to fucking take your medication. And it's certainly not a crime in this country, as we fucking know, although every day it changes and looks less and less. But it's legal to say what the fuck you want, as long as it's not true hate speech. And this isn't hate speech. Him acknowledging that Jewish people may sit at the top of a couple of industries that are very important, and most of them directly with money. Yeah.
He knows this is true. He's been doing business forever. You know, look what he did. Look where he came from.
Exactly.
First of all, they didn't want him to rap.
That's the other thing.
They didn't want him to produce first. So he made some cool beats and they got popular. He became a big producer. They didn't want him to rap. So he got in somebody's ear, hounding them for him to hear, for the people to hear him rap. They heard him rap. He blew up, became the biggest rapper of all time. They didn't want him to do this with fashion. They thought it was stupid or whatever else. He's the biggest hip hop fashion guy of all times. Now he's making waves in the different lanes, dealing with the heartache and pain from, you know, he wants to be with his kids, his wife, all that shit. We all know how that shit go. The family shit, it fucks you up. Them broads are devious. They'll fuck your whole head up because most of them are selfish. Most of them are for self. It's period. They with you because you're gonna help them or whatever else. If they're not happy with you, they're gonna go do what they do.
Shit.
Even if they're not gonna think about your feelings. They're gonna think about theirs.
100%.
And look what he's doing now. Still with all that shit adversity on him. Now he's out speaking his mind truly. I feel like he's really being free. People feel like he's on his way down because Balenciaga left him or this left him or that left him. This dude came from nothing. The fuck you think he care about them Balenciaga, all that? He's a rich. Come on, man. Like, let's be real. Now, let's look at what he did. That's what I'm saying. Let's analyze his whole pattern. This motherfucker he should have some clout with what we think of him, based on his history. What's up with you, man? Your eyes are rolling. What the fuck is going on?
No, it's like
sleepy. God
no,
damn.
I am tired. I definitely
eyes rolling. I thought you was gonna be ready. We doing late night. God damn it.
No, I'm good. I just I got something in my eye and it just won't go away. But it's all good, bro. It's all good.
The adversity that he went through. You can't tell me you can't put him in the box with everybody else. You can't.
No, he's a different type of individual. Like, he walks on water, basically, compared to regular people. Like, this guy, he's not in the industry, bro. This cat is the industry. You know, if Kanye West doesn't wake up in the morning and fucking put something online, you know, 75% of people's fucking news is not going to get to them that day because he is popular culture at this moment, whether you like it or not. You know, like, whether you like it or not, he became not only hip hop, but he became American culture, fucking, like king, basically, you know, fucking, it's insane. Like, he's with fucking, was married to Kim Kardashian. He has the most famous wife in America.
He didn't let her go, though. Sorry. Yeah, he let it go. I know he don't want to, but he just let her ass go. That's it.
I think he has to. I think he has, but I also think even if you let someone go, that's his wife for 7 years.
Let's be honest, the mother of his kids.
Absolutely. Plus, if
you
got Kim K for 7 months, that's a good look. He had her for 7 years, put a ring on it, became a family. Like, that's an unbelievable feat. I don't know if there's many men in the world who could do that with that kind of girl.
Yeah. Oh, good point.
And I don't know anything against her. I'm just saying, based on the fact that her business.
Good point. Good point.
Sitting down like that. So he's a different type of dude, bro. Like, normal people don't get like to the level he gets. It's nearly impossible. But also, the music is what got him there. Not just because it was hot and it sounded good. The actual numbers and the fucking the mathematics basically behind him putting these bars together and these songs together. He's on some very different shit, bro. He's like,
for sure,
kind of like a modern day Mozart with the fucking way he styles and structures his music. There's countless documentaries and books, well, documentaries mainly, about the things that he does and the way.
There's going to be more. But let's get into the presidency shit.
Oh God! All right,
now look at this. No. Honestly, let's look at it. Now, what other candidate do you know about right now for 24? None.
The only one that I don't think is running. The only one that I would even want. She's not running.
But I'm saying, like, the way he's doing it is revolutionary. He ain't gonna win. I doubt he will.
He ain't gonna win.
But the way he's doing it, he might have a chance to be a up and coming type of dude. The way he's doing it right now, he's running lives on YouTube 24/7, speaking what he thinks 24/7. He just created like 2 YouTube channels, Kanye West Live and Kanye West, and he's just going ham on the internet.
I've seen it. It's actually been
live right now, you know. But what I'm saying is, as far as the presidency, think about this. Think about it. Think about Trump. What did he do? Become popular with the people.
Most entertaining, engaging president we've ever seen.
Man, and he was fun. Sorry to say it. I'm not a Trumper.
Sleepy Joe, boring as fuck.
This shit was fun as fuck. Now look at this nigga. Look at Ye though. I'm sorry, but look at Ye though. This is gonna be insane. This fucking right. Talk about fun. This is good.
But right off the bat, I just want to drop some quick knowledge.
Let's go.
It's information I'm aware of, but okay. So obviously we have a two system or a 2-party system in our country, right? So that's how it goes. You have the Republicans and the Democrats, right? So you can also have a third party, which is, you know, it's whatever the people want, whether they be Working Families Party, they be a Tea Party, whatever, you know, any kind of party, third party. Now the issue with this is, as you know, when people vote in their state, you know, X amount of people vote, and whoever gets the winning majority vote, you then have a group of individuals from your state. It varies on size and voting power of your state, but these people are members of the Electoral College. What they do is they download, they intake all the information from the voters, and then these individuals, whether it's 3, 5, 9 people, whatever it may be, these Electoral College people get together in that state, and then based on what the people have said and sent in and voted, that's where they go ahead and make the fucking vote. But now the issue with that is, like I said, each state, based on their size, their voting power, and the particular way they vote, they get a certain number of Electoral College people for their individual states. So small states like Rhode Island only have like 3 or 4. Whereas like, say, Ohio is going to have like 7 or 9 or something like that. You know what I mean? So anyway, all that aside, now when you have a third party, if you're not a Democrat or a Republican on the ballot running with the endorsement of your team, then you are not a first party candidate or a second party. You'd be third party. So you have the Republicans, Democrats, whatever. So now let's say a third party guy comes up and he's doing very well, or female. Comes up doing very well, looking like he's going to take the presidency. That's not something that the Democrats and Republicans are going to be happy about. They don't want some random fucking loose cannon going off in their White House changing shit up, unless it's something crafted on either side. The only problem with that is, now let's say you do become a third candidate party and you're tearing it up and you're looking like you're going to win. The issue with that is, for some arbitrary reason, the Republicans and Democrats decided to make this law up one day after Ross Perot almost fucking smoked them. That's a whole other story.
I remember that. But yeah, like I see what you're saying.
But what I'm saying is, honest here. No, but listen, the thing for the third party. You get this alone. I'm sorry, but this is important for the third party candidate now. So the third party candidate now, when they get their votes tallied, they only get 60% of their Electoral College's votes. You know what I'm saying? So that's like, if you have 10 people in the Electoral College, you're only getting 9 out of the 10 votes of the Electoral College. You're losing voters on the Electoral College.
9 ain't 60%. You're getting 6 out of 10.
I'm sorry. That's what I meant. I'm sorry. So that's what I'm saying. So it's like you're losing damn near half of the votes from the Electoral College to the presidency if you're a third party member right off the bat. So that's just unreal that law even exists. But it was made up, like I said, by Republicans and Democrats together during the election time. Or
there's
just
reasons why,
based on what I'm saying,
I know why you said that, and that's a good point. But let's be honest. Do you consider Kanye smart?
I'm not talking about Kanye West. I'm talking about a third-party candidate who actually could get elected one day, but will not because of something.
So I don't know. We're talking about Kanye. We were talking about Kanye. So I thought you were relating it to Kanye. So I don't know.
No. What I'm saying is, even if Kanye were to get the votes, that's not like to get the people.
But I'm just asking a question, though. I get it. You think you don't know where I'm getting at, but you don't.
No.
Is Kanye smart? Do you consider Kanye smart?
I do. Yes.
Okay, and I do too. Now, do you really think he's gonna? Do you think he thinks he's gonna win the fucking presidency?
No, he knows.
Okay, then that's what I'm saying. but he's making a lot of noise. He's doing revolutionary shit. He's doing crazy shit, which is beautiful. I love it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right now, he's using
and he's inspiring people. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Of course, no, he is. He put a fire into your ass. He's got me hopped up. Like I said, I was so sick of this cat, and then about 2 or 3 months ago, I started laughing again. I started laughing about him again.
Keep it going. Give me 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Sorry.
Yeah, man, keep going. But yeah, so that's that thing. I'll get back to real quick, folks, while Bush is doing his thing. And I apologize if this bores you, but I'm sure at least one person out there is going to listen and care. But yeah, that's wild. So if a third-party candidate is running for president of the United States, they only get credit for 60% of their electoral college votes, and those are the votes that actually count to put you into office. Those are the people that are in our home states that have been chosen. I don't even believe voted in. I believe chosen to make our votes for us, place our votes for us based on our votes, the popular vote, and so that's pretty wild. Almost half of your electoral college in your state are going to be cast in an election, which totally nullifies and makes no use of that state in general. It's already a win for the other side. So that's really scary when they're just only going to collect, like I said, 60% of the actual votes that your electoral college from your state passes on said president after reviewing the local votes from other people, us, based on our counties and our towns. So 60% of the votes of the person that are representing our votes in the actual real election are being denied if you're a third-party candidate. So there's just no possible way a third-party candidate can win unless it's by a fucking landslide. And if it's by a landslide, it's still going to be a slim margin. It's going to be a very small race. So they're already right at the bat. They just made that rule because of Ross Perot, who was a rich guy back in the 80s, who was an oil man who decided he had some ideas for the United States. And so a lot of his ideas were really good. Some of them a little bit wilder and sensational, but he might actually have done something. And I remember they made him out to look like a huge joke. I never took him serious when I was a child. It was all about his big ears and having a weird voice and not gonna do it, that kind of talk. Yeah, but yeah, because this guy actually had real money, and he came out in the primaries and was smoking the other president-elect, person running for president at the time, whoever it was coming back. Maybe Bush Sr. at the time. I don't know.
Bush Sr.
Bush Sr. Right. So he was actually beating him in the primaries. They were saying, that by the votes prejudged was looking like he was going to win. So the Democrats and Republicans, like that day, got together and started to craft this law and put it into effect that you lose 40% of the electoral college votes when your state votes third party, which is fucking so un-American. It's a legitimate rig, and they just wrote the shit in like it's cool, and people are okay with it because nobody fucking knows about it. Nobody fucking pays attention to that shit, but it's disgusting. So I apologize, but I'm just saying right now, regardless, everybody in America could vote for Kanye, and he's still not going to be the president because they choose it.
We understand that.
Yeah, of course.
You gotta appreciate the excitement. Everybody don't gotta be fucking a robot under these big companies. He's showing us he got the money. Why the fuck he care? He's rich as fuck for life. So he's showing us like, stop being robots, all of God. Everybody a fucking robot under these big companies, under media, under the bullshit. That's why people love Trump so much. I'm sorry, me and RB Rad are Trumpers. We're not Trumpers, but guess what? You be smart. You gotta respect certain shit. Fuck being a robot. And nobody wants to be under the whole and no type of, I'm not no dumb gangbanger because I feel like most of them are dumb. The kids or the youngins that's just dumb. Like, I'm not a follower, what I'm trying to say. And I love what Ye is doing. That's showing me that he's not insane. That's showing me that he's actually sane. And he's speaking his mind. He got the freedom to speak like that. Now, let's see his energy now. Balenciaga left him, PayPal, Chase, and there's a couple other. Of course, there's a bunch of other that we don't even know about. And it was fucked up with Kanye. It wasn't fucked up, but Kanye's so ill. He put out Travis Scott's phone number. Travis Scott not calling me. And then when Travis Scott changed his number, he said, I think he changed his number to this. He put out that number. And then somebody else wasn't contacting him anymore. He put out their number. Wow. So he's showing, I don't care what he think he's doing, but what I'm saying is he's showing us what happens when you don't want to be a robot, when you want to speak your mind, what could happen. Or at the highest level, mind you, at the highest level. Not no average motherfucker in school worried about his friends not liking him or somebody in a job. Oh, the guys ain't gonna, nah. He's at the highest level with it. And under all the adversity of going through the divorce and the fucked up shit, his daughter's out there, Pete Davidson, I'm in the bed with your wife, and da-da-da. He's a druggie. He's out there with his daughters, not, they separated, but just all of that shit. Somebody like me, oh my God, I'll be, you know what I mean?
I feel you. On, and then on top of that, Ye's brought it up many times. He's like, I wanted this drug addict away from my children. Meanwhile, he's over there and he's tattooing my children's names on his body. And it's like, yo, are you crazy, brother? Like, that's not your child. And you've been around the child for 5 fucking months, and now you're tattooing their names on you. It's like, bro, like if Kanye was a street dude, Dave. Yo, oh man, he'd be physical about that. He'd put hands on somebody over that. Weird.
He definitely wanted to.
He definitely wanted to.
Street dude, but you seen the way he reacted. He said some things. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, he said that. He said that."
They're shocked that a guy
over there banging his wife with the kids or the tattooing the kids, and you worry about what Kanye is saying.
Yeah, and on the other hand, it's like, wow, wait, hold on. So you have a man, an American man who has a huge voice and a ton of money. He's actually got enough money to be able to afford free speech, you dig? But you got a cat like that, and people like to forget that, you know, every once in a while he might actually fucking say some wild, crazy shit because he just happens to be a fucking black man from fucking Chicago. If anybody's gonna know about,
you forget about that. Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, like this is a real dude. Like you don't need to be a fucking drug dealer or a pimp growing up in the fucking projects to be
honest here. He's not from fucking the suburbs somewhere and whatever, like a lot of black kids are.
Yeah,
from the real streets. He's from for real, like.
And then from Chicago, came to New York for 4 years while he was on the come up doing the music thing. So he's been around, you know what I mean? This isn't no lightweight. This guy, you know, he can maneuver through the hood if need be. Like you seen him out the other day eating some food up in the spot and there was nobody with him. Like he was just doing his thing, hiding out, wanted to see what it was like to be invisible that day. He had just gotten canceled from his bank. So, you know, monetarily he's worth at that point nothing because his money's in transit. So you know what I'm saying? Just
only 100-something million was there.
150 million.
Not even a million. That ain't come
on. But ineffectively for like 24 hours, he couldn't fuck with his money if he wanted to. Not that he needed to or had to, but you know, it was.
And I apologize to my people for saying only 100-something million. But we talk about Ye. This dude is worth billions and billions. So,
you know, oh my God, it didn't have a jacuzzi.
Exactly.
That's my dude right there. But yeah, it's like.
But let's be honest. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
This is what I was saying the other day. The implications of this are fucking huge. It goes well beyond the music world and Kanye West and
this shit is gone. It's out of here.
But I'm saying, but the possibilities for the future based on this situation are wild. So instead of someone having to go to court and be found guilty of something, and then people no longer want to do business with him, fine. But because and arguably, because people say he is, and we'll probably never know, an arguably mental unstable individual. I don't mean psychopathic killer.
I don't even think it's arguably.
I don't either, but I'm just saying I don't want to offend people, but because I'm a proponent of mental health and taking care of it and speaking about it.
No, I mean, he's not. I don't think he has any.
I'm not saying he's
crazy. An average motherfucker running around here.
Well, there's two things I'm going to say he definitely has.
My man is shooting like he got people that. Come on, man.
No, he's listen, right at the bat. You're gonna know he's got anxiety and potentially some fucking.
Who doesn't? I got fucked up.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. So you're going to have anxiety and depression on one side, which everybody has.
Now, look at Michael Jackson.
Under that, finish. That's what I'm saying. A man with that kind of money, but under that kind of scrutiny.
Power. Money, kind of, not just the power. He don't have I'm talking about the money and coming from where he came from.
But also the level of scrutiny. The level of scrutiny for a young, because he's still young. You know what I mean? He's in his late 40s. He's facing so much scrutiny and adversity.
But I'm logical, B-Rad.
Logical. You know, you
never seen nobody.
This is a young black man. So
you never seen this before. Basically, what I'm saying, you never seen it before. So you can't say what he's supposed to do and how he's supposed to act. You never seen this before.
He's the first
he's richer than Michael Jackson by like that's what I'm saying. So you've never seen this before. Nobody ever seen this before. And I think Kanye realized it, and he realized, hey, all this pressure in my brain and all these thoughts. Look at me, I'm filthy. Let me go ahead and be real, and fuck it. It's my mom dead. I don't have my wife. You know, let me be real at least.
Exactly, and it's like you're saying, no, and you're 100% right. It's like, yo, you can't possibly take all this money away from him. You can't just take it. You know, they can try, they can fine him, they can do all sorts of shit.
Money ain't an issue with him, man.
That's what I'm saying. You can take almost all of his money, and he's still got money for mad long. He's got deep. You know what I'm saying? So he don't worry about the money. And like you said, he lost his wife. He's got
right now. What they're gonna do is break him down to where he's saying he's worth 6-7 billion. They're gonna break it down, and he's only and try to make him and try to belittle. Because you know what? What's so crazy is the controversial shit he says now. Say a broke rapper, a broke rocker, a broke pop star. Not broke, but broke compared to him. Because none of them, example, I'm saying they ain't broke. They're millionaires.
Yeah, they got dough, but they ain't making it like he is.
Shit like that. Yeah, it's gonna go. It's gonna get a little controversy. They'll be famous for a day or two, and then their ass is out of here. Done. Gone.
Not him.
You won't see them no more.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This is what people need to realize. People don't understand that simple shit. You never seen this before. Nobody ever seen this before.
It's unprecedented. But what we do know is that Kanye West has a knack for making good decisions in extremely high pressure.
So thank you. Based on his history,
he can attain all this wealth and be the person that he is and do the business that he does, coming from a place where he wasn't taught how to do business like this.
Based on history. He has a good track record.
Yes, exactly.
Why people calling him this and calling him that? You should be calling him a genius, and that's it.
Based on his wins and losses, he is absolutely a winner in these situations. He always fucking seems to take the high number and get good and get on. And now you're saying it's an unprecedented.
I'm sorry, B-Rab, but you just.
I'll wrap this up real quick. I'm just saying.
Like they leave him Gap or whatever, Balenciaga, they left him. That's all good. Now imagine how vintage and how expensive all that shit is going up.
Instant classics, bro. Instant classics. It's shit that.
And what does that do for him? It's all instant classics. Everything ever put out.
It makes him into, for lack of a better term, a god among men at this point. Because
honestly, and that's what people not see until somebody kill him. I think he know that too. So he died, whatever.
He's designing
see what he did.
He is now designing people from head to toe, and then internally as well. He is designing people, and he's got a movement, and they want to crush that and silence it. So now they're going to try to cancel him. And then when they realize you can't cancel someone who won't allow you to cancel them, when they realize that, and he keeps rocking and is hitting even harder than he was, and all his shit is worth that much fucking more money, they're going to come to a situation.
Because you may remember on Drink Champs, he said, "Get the money than the power." We all know if you're a hip hop head, you know about money, power, respect. Now. He said that you get the money. He going to war with a big advert. He going to war with some big. Not going to war, but because I don't think in his brain he thinks it's like a war. He's getting in a ring.
He's getting in a ring with a fucking with the heads of the top of everything, and he's going to go at him because he's got that in him, and that's what he believes, and it's
he got enough money they can't suck it out of him. They can't drain all this bread. He got too much bread.
You can never feel comfortable going up against a man who has nothing to lose. And at this point, with the amount of money he's got, you can take as much as you want from him, finding and all that. You're still not going to touch his money. And then on top of that, he's got no mother, he's got no wife. He's
hurt. Kids. He's hurt. But people, but let's not do that because
you don't corner a cat.
I don't think that's his motive. I think he's really coming from. I think he's showing us some real look. Think about hip hop, man. And what
he's being attacked.
You gotta be special to be loved how we loved them in hip hop alone. Then the beats. You gotta know you gotta go out the box. You gotta now think about where he's trying to go. And you don't think he's sitting down strategizing and really thinking like who he is? The thing is, once you know who you are, you're out of here. Everybody say that. Most of us don't know who we are. But I think he got enough money to where the people got in his head, good people. Once you got money, you get different information. Let him know who he really is. And he's showing his ass right now, and I'm proud of it. I love it. I don't give a fuck. I'm really proud of
him. People can say he's crazy. People can say this. They can talk shit and hate him. But the fact is this dude is breaking down fucking walls, bro. He's going through and breaking walls off. And the first guy who threw the wall is always the bloodiest. Remember that.
Yeah.
He's beat up on this one. He's not going to look good, but he's going to make a change. 20 years down the line, things are going to be different for the people in America and the way they act if they're paying attention and listening and seeing what he's showing you right now.
I love it. I love it. And you know why? Guess what?
And he's got a shot.
You just sparked something else. Like the White Lives Matter shirt. Now, cancel culture. That relates to the cancel culture.
Perfect fucking
now, look, what do you do when you want them people? Kanye understands the cancel culture. He's one of the first guys to get canceled. Now, who controls the cancel culture? Nobody, but who would you think of usually when you talk about who's against cancel culture? I think it will be the Midwesterners and the Trumpers and certain people like that. That's just my opinion. Now look at what he's doing. What do you think a White Lives Matter shirt will do? It'll bring them people with you to where like you need the power when he's trying to fight. That's one of his things, the cancel culture, how they think, oh, I can't be free. Because that goes all the way to freedom of speech. You smell me? Like that goes to freedom of speech. That goes against being American, cancel culture. Just like certain people might say, oh, Black Lives Matter or whatever, but the cancel culture, that literally goes against being American, because we want to be able to say what the fuck we want. Sorry, and not everybody all going all deep and thinking deep. I'm not God, so I could say something. It's me. It's just my opinion.
Our people died. Our people died by the hundreds of thousands so that we can say what the fuck we want. And now these people are just going to take it away without a court, without a judge, without a ruling. They're just going to decide to do it because they got money and they can do that to people.
Why is something that somebody says is so important to you that you want to, oh, fuck it, I want to, nah.
And so many more people have said so much worse shit. And like I said, there's a bank out there right now that's currently holding, deposits and funds and investments for the KKK and for other hate fucking groups. And these are people who do business with them knowingly that they're dealing with these individuals.
Eat and then talk, but I hear you though. I know I got your point. You rude to our people. Come on, man. But yeah, you're making a good ass point too. But shit coming all out your mouth. God damn it. Now, what was I saying about the cancel culture? Now look how he strategized. See, I'm trying to analyze it because I know he's a genius. Now, he went with a White Lives Matter shirt. He got this certain crowd. Now they with him now. They're not going to let him get canceled now. No. He never could get canceled like we were talking about with the money. See, that's the whole another thing that X's out the cancel. And he knows that too.
And
if you're not Roseanne that's broke, oh, I lost my job at the show and now it's over for me. Or Michael Richards, he was broke. He lost his job with whatever in Seinfeld. I'm sure he still get his checks, but I'm just saying he couldn't come back if he had a bank behind him. He could go and be like and get his point across like how Kanye's doing right now.
Exactly. And with that White Lives Matter concept and the way he wore that shirt out there, and he drew people in now that they didn't care before, they weren't involved, they didn't have opinion, maybe they didn't even like him, but that made people think on multiple different levels, like of why he's doing it and what it is, and ultimately he's gained fans off of it. He's gained support. But the thing is it's not just over some bullshit. That statement right there, that's a pretty deep diving fucking statement. That's playing with people seriously, like their hearts and their emotions.
You're right. That's a deep shit. East 87, ESP 87, call up because I want to get into this. You say you disagree with me about the American comment. I don't even know what comment you're talking about. But go ahead, B-Rad. Finish your point. I'll be right back.
But yeah, so what he said is that the things that he's speaking on right now that's gaining this popularity, it's coming down to people's values, people's beliefs and stuff like that, as far as the whole whose life matters in America and the acknowledgement that certain individuals have been targeted and gone after in unprecedented numbers. Although the thing is, when you start looking at numbers speak volumes, and the numbers on them are actually kind of fucked up. But we all know what police do to black and brown people and what they don't do to white people. We all know about that.
But some of them, but yeah.
And I'm not saying all of them. I'm talking, again, a small percentage of them, very small percentage. I have the utmost respect for cops and police and officials in our country because they're all decent guys. Except for
and that's another thing, yo. I know this EST87, my boy. Good looking, homie. Let me just finish this real quick. That's another thing I don't like, There's good cops out there too. You feel me? 100%. I don't like generalizing people. I got my ass beat by cops. I got arrested all over the fucking United States. But
not everybody's good at
cops out there too. That's all. But it's this shit be yo EST87. What you disagree with me with, my boy? First of all, this my homie from down south. He from Florida, right?
Yeah, we spoke.
North Carolina. My bad. I gotta remember that.
What up, EST? Yeah, we spoke last week. He's out of North Carolina. Definitely. No, we had a good conversation last week. He's been rocking with us for a minute. He's always up in the comments.
My feelings a little hurt because my boy said he disagreed with me, so I want to know what's up. Let me hear it.
Good. Let's hear it. That's good.
You said it ain't American to be cancel culture, right?
I said it's not American to not the freedom. Well, allegedly, America is supposed to be about freedom of speech. And cancel culture goes against that.
Let me tell you, that's false, right? Because we had Black Wall Street up north and down south. America is all about cancel culture.
Hold up, let me hear it.
They just do it covertly because it's about business. Ain't nothing personal in business, right? So that's just like all these TV networks. When you get down to the bottom of it, Viacom, it's only like 4 of them who really own all. You know what I'm saying? And Kanye going through the same thing. He's realizing there's only 4 major people who do all this clothing. He got to be careful because he got to be careful. But another thing with the White Lives Matter, he's just showing how we react emotionally. He's trying to get us into that moving through actions, doing his business. Man, we too emotional. But he gonna find out. Cancel culture is very American. Very American. It's called business.
To cancel the motherfucker out for his words.
Cancel you out.
See, what I was saying is, well, we supposed to have our freedom of speech out here. That's what they say. So, if you're American, you should feel like you can say whatever the fuck you want to say, and it wouldn't affect your job or affect your, you know what I mean? Unless you offend somebody. He did offend somebody. He didn't. But go ahead.
I feel like that was true like in the 70s and the early 80s and the 90s, but now that the feminist movement is moving in, they're about to suppress our speech. You know what I'm saying? They're about to violate all our amendments behind feminism. And that's facts.
That's true, but
censor, even with YouTube, they censor you because you can't say everything. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have freedom of speech in America.
You're right. Well, listen, really I know that. I never said we did. Go ahead, be right.
All they gotta do is make a company like Instagram, make you sign on and agree to the policies, then they control your speech right there.
100%. There's terms of services with everything you do, and obviously speech is.
You know the same thing. If he want to play the game,
I gotta put the speaker up because you can't hear him. My bad. Go ahead, EST. My bad. Go ahead.
I ain't gonna find out. To climb the ladder, it ain't just no individual thing, my boy. So when he finding that out, but this ain't nothing. He been saying this almost 6-7 years ago about the clothing industry and how everybody buddy. You know what I'm saying? He just trying to bring a different mindset for our people. We about to undercut all these corporate brands where everybody, you know what I'm saying, slob over. But
so you think if Kanye was you think Ye know what he doing? He on a move or what?
He know what he doing because he calculated. He around genius and
he gotta be, man. He gotta be.
No man is stupid. You get what I'm saying? Like it's just that people who are ignorant can't articulate what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? But the higher ups, the people who thinkers know exactly what he's saying, and we've been know what he was saying for years. And everything comes with a shock value. So he has but we really realize white lives matter too. I mean, what the fuck? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. So basically, really, you can't be mad at him in the long run. Now they made all this, the media bullshit, got that all smoke and mirrored out and whatever else. Because of Black Lives Matter, and they made it an organization, they got paid and fucked everybody over. Like, it's just an ugly situation. And I like to get to the raw of what the actual person meant before I think about, look at what it means to, whatever. Go ahead, B-Rap. My bad.
Well, yeah, the White Lives Matter shirt is wild, but like EST was just saying, basically it's just like the reality is just like lives matter. Like, what I mean? Just lives in general matter, it's people, man. Like people, like I just never, to me personally, I just never got it, man. I never got that whole.
But you're right.
Yeah, but
that's outside this country. only in America we're classified political.
But we can't sit here and act like the Black Lives Matter didn't come from somewhere. It can't. It ain't.
No, and that was something that at the time needed to be said. You know what I mean? Someone needed to fucking say that shit at that time.
What happened?
That was needed to be said, but like for other people outside of that to then turn around and say, well, you know, if they matter, then you're insinuating that this doesn't matter and that doesn't matter. Like, no, we're acknowledging that there's a very specific issue, and the easiest way to say it is just Black Lives Matter, because there's a very big issue revolving around that. We all know what it is. Yep. So it's been said. It needed to be said. It's something that should be said, and it was said, and that's great. But now for people to take it on for 3 years later to still be arguing over what color life fucking matters is ridiculous. The bottom line is that statement is true.
Yeah,
it was
using that, though.
We know it, and now we turn around and just acknowledge the fact that just lives in general are fucking important, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like,
see, but look,
that's the bottom line.
You can't get around this is America. We have to. It's white, it's black, and ain't no way around it.
And the good thing is the younger generation, our generations and younger, have been raised like that. That is the case. Like, you just judge people by who they are, and that's it.
Yeah.
And
the future
it was some shit back in the 70s and 80s that they were just preaching, and everybody didn't give a fuck about it. It's just some bullshit tagline the government had made up, and it was just a hotline for people to use. But people kept saying it and kept saying it and kept saying it enough so that our generations and younger were raised like that. And that's why we don't care. So this shit, it's coming to an end, man. Like, we can see it every day. It's getting fucking better. Like, the people, not the fucking people that run the world, the fucking assholes, the scumbags with their fingers on the button, us, the everyday normal people that you interact with on the street, we're getting better at it, man. Like, we're going to be all right. We're going to be Americans one day, man. This is the fucking start of it. We're going to be Americans one day. It's going to be great.
We're getting better because of Ye, and that's what I say.
We need these things. We need people to come out here and push buttons and prove fucking things.
Talk about like right now, like.
Hey, but look, but Bush though, I feel like Kanye, he's taking care of the corporate, the upfront things. We got soldiers in all forms and all force. You know what I'm saying? He in the corporate.
He kicking down doors for them though. For the niggas.
So we as the people on the front lines need to uphold these things when they're done and shown to us. We now need to fucking act accordingly and be that way. That way we can actually have it. Instead of everybody talking about it, nobody's fucking doing it.
Picture for y'all on Yayo. We've been seeing this his whole career, because even when he came in the game with the backpacks and the polos, they was like, "Oh, this is so different." He's been doing this.
Yeah, he's been doing it since the beginning. I said that
to me, and the great thing is that to me is normal. Like, a young black man going to college and being in a frat and fucking wearing polos with the book bag and shit, like, that's fucking normal where I come from, man. That's normal where I've been. But I'm saying, it was amazing to see. I was like, wow, that's the realest
rapper. But I'm talking about as a hip hop superstar though.
But I'm saying, that's when people turn around and are like, wow, finally a real depiction of what a fucking real black man in America is.
That's how, yeah. So he used that.
That's normal, and that was great to see.
You got to think before that, the producer, he moved to New York by himself, and he was trying to get on.
Absolutely, and he still owns the same apartment. He still got the same place. He still got it. Like, yeah, he was hustling. He was hustling that backpack up and down the blocks in Manhattan for years. You know what I mean? And that's where he came up. That's where he met Jay, and that's how he became who he was. But he was making music for the whole industry at that point in time. He had gold records going off at that time.
And let me tell you something, EST, about the Drink Champs interview. If Nori stuck to the original platform of giving this nigga his flowers and just keep giving him his flowers and going on that, it would have been a different thing. But Nori wanted some smoke, he wanted some juice, and that's why I don't like. And I'm a big Nori fan. I'm older than y'all, I know it. But CNN was like one of my Bibles. That War Report album. I'm from New York. I was born in New York. You know, not born, but I was born in Tennessee. But I went to high school in New York and shit, and then I spent a lot of time in Cali. But when I was in New York, I was in like junior high school, That War Report dropped. That shit was like fucking heavy in the streets, heavy. But now I don't like his movements. I feel like we got a super thug in the building. He needed to just let his nuts hang. Fuck it.
Fuck yeah, drag that shit. Like, then that's the thing I don't get right either, is now you got all these rappers that are coming out and slamming Nori for fucking giving this guy a platform and not cutting him off and this, that, and the third.
But
that's not bullshit. But they care so much about this, yet they don't seem to be bothered by the fact that when Noriega was 13 years old growing up in Left Rack City, which should have been Iraq, fucking, like I said, it's like fucking Fallujah over there on a Friday night back in the day. And he coming out of there 13 years old as a shorty, pumping dope with a fucking handgun, so much so that he couldn't even get enough business. So much so he couldn't get enough business that he went over to Queensbridge, was fucking around with Nas and Ron Artest building and all that shit. He's up in there. He's pumping dope over there. And then on top of that, he got banned from the hood for shooting too many people. He shot too many people up in Queensbridge to be cool, so they had to send him packing. They had to go back to Left Rack.
Came a long fucking way. So I can't forget that. I know your point.
So nobody gives a fuck about that, but they're so upset that he let Kanye West talk. Like,
no, we're not. Nobody's like that upset at him like that. But we gotta let him know if he's in that bag, he needs to let his nuts hang sometime.
Right in the beginning of the show, if anybody actually watched it again and didn't watch the fucking clips of it.
That's what everybody missing. Nori was subjected to the corporate politics. Kanye went on there talking about Diddy, and Nori is on Revolt TV. That's corporate politics right there. Boom, get him off the channel.
You're right. That could be the issue too behind everything. And
maybe it is
like, perfect. I could use that for this.
Maybe it is, but does anybody actually believe that if he gets the interview with Kanye West, who arguably is the most popping thing right now to talk about, he gets the interview with him, does anybody think that Noriega is going to Nori is going to be able to control Kanye West and the things he says and what he does? Absolutely not. And when he first came in the first 2 minutes of being there, Kanye said to him, yo, if you turn the cameras off at any point and stop recording me, like, I'm fucking out of here. You're not cutting out shit that I'm saying. Like, I'm either going to talk to you and you're going to listen or it's not going to be it. So he let him go. What's the issue with that? What's the issue with that?
Apologize. That's the issue.
He's doing an interview. No, I'm saying he shouldn't apologize, but he shouldn't even be asked to apologize in the first fucking place. Like, he did a fucking fire interview with the hottest person out there, the most fucking influential person you have in a certain type of industry, and he's on some wild shit, and he's about to talk.
Let me paint this picture. I fuck with B-Rad, I fuck with Bush, right?
Yeah,
I can't do it. Let's say y'all own a network, the B-Rad and Bush network.
Oh, that would be
y'all
great.
Can't own a network and y'all employ me, and I get Kanye on there. He come on there and call y'all fed. No, it ain't gonna work. You gotta go.
I mean,
but if you don't expect that,
but it shouldn't be like that. I shouldn't be that much of a hater, and I was on that shit before too. I was on that type of shit because I was thinking about Chase, and I was like, yeah, fuck it. If since a person of whatever, if he diss him and they don't want to fuck with him no more, he got the right to do that. He the big boss. That's the power of being there. But at the same time, now I'm on some next shit now. Maybe because some shit happened to me recently. I ain't gonna get into that. But fuck that. It's business, and let that shit rock. Fuck your sensitive ass. Get over that bullshit.
Nori does not need to be responsible because he had a very volatile guest on, very popular. So he's going to say some wild shit. He's going to say some off the cuff shit.
Cheating the people of everything. Fuck that.
And he's going to say that. So like, if he comes in and does the interview and doesn't have enough class not to speak on people that are related to Nori's business that he's currently on, if he doesn't have enough class not to not say that, that's certainly not Noriega's fault. You know what I mean? Like, Noriega didn't say like, yo, say whatever you want and fucking rag my boss. He didn't say that. It's not his fault. All he did was do the interview. Like, they shouldn't hold him responsible for that at all. He didn't speak. Kanye pays for that speak, not fucking
nobody told Nori ass to get on there and apologize either. That's on his ass.
That's a corporate response. He's got to do that.
What'd you say, ESC?
It's only our culture, right, who get mad at Nori for the interview. But Kanye did an interview just like that years ago.
I ain't mad at him for the interview. See, that's what
What I'm saying is he did an interview like this years ago with somebody else, and ain't nobody get mad at that interviewer. It's only because Nori in the hip hop culture that they get like,
he said he went at the Jules in another interview.
That's
what this is about. That's why they shut him down. That's what it appears to be about, and that's what the media is feeding us. That's what they saying.
I get with that though. See, but they got a double-edged sword with them because you can anything anti-Semitic, you're gonna get removed, right? But you can say
that's the thing, and that's the thing. But yeah, it should be any race, like this. You can't be dissing races and religions. I should be able to say nigga. You know what I mean? But yeah, and we be holding that line. We push that line with white people. If they say nigga or whatever, they ask most likely out of there if they get caught. So
yeah,
you know what I mean.
I'm about to let y'all get back to your program, but look, Black lives ain't gonna matter until it matter with us first, bro. That's it.
I'm with that too, for sure. All right, my nigga, appreciate you though. I know this is appreciate you. I know this is all my people sleep or something, but they got work tomorrow.
It's all right, yo. People always catch us in the morning on their way into work and shit like that, or on their first coffee break. So like, we're all good. Like, you'll see the numbers within 24 hours pump from like, 10 to like, 1,000 or more. Like, we're getting there, man. We got the people behind us, and we just got to keep talking about good stuff.
They be keeping us up.
And I'd like to acknowledge that we didn't come on here with a bunch of stories from the neighborhood because, thank God I
was thinking about getting into that. I got some prison stories and certain shit.
Of course, but I'm saying generally it was a light week. We wouldn't lose anybody. We didn't have people out here going that hard. Celebrity-wise, other people, obviously things happen. But I'm just saying, for the industry not to lose somebody this week, thank God. That's, like I had said earlier, if it's a slow week, that's actually a good thing for the world. But
I really wanted this. I really was because I got inspired because I wasn't gonna do shit. And the Kanye shit, I watched a little of that, and I got inspired to do.
Watch it.
I mean, I appreciate it. Like I said, think about Michael Jackson. You never seen that before. And then somebody that reminds me of what somebody told me, one of my bigger homies. I was like, look at this dude. He's totally different from what he was born. He looked like a girl. He sounded like a girl, and this and that. And my boy, he was like, that's what a black man from the ghetto with that type of money and power and fame look like. That's what he told me. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck? Because there's no other examples. I thought about it later. That is because there's no other examples. There's no other Mike Tyson. There's no other Mike Tyson. No other Michael Jordans. No other Michael Jacksons. No other. It's not like these are special motherfuckers. No other Kanye. Sorry to say it. He's alive now. Y'all see it when he's dead, but it is what it ain't. You feel me?
I think this whole situation is crazy. It's just like people have said and done, not even said, done far, far worse shit than Kanye has ever said. Granted, what he said was distasteful and it was a poor choice just in general. You just don't go at people in general and say that shit about anybody. But if you end up doing that, like if you're a fucking lunatic and you want to do that publicly, the last people you want to go for is arguably the Jews because they're very strong people. They're very tight-knit. Anything that's said or done against them is difficult to deal with because of the entire implications of the Holocaust.
Which what? I guarantee when Michael Richards got so-called canceled, when Roseanne got so-called canceled, when these people got so-called canceled, I guarantee there was some Jewish people behind it. They wasn't with.
Well, they're the heads. They tend to be the heads of certain industries. There's a lot of Jewish people in banking. There's also a lot of Catholics and Muslims in banking too. I'm just saying, but
you think it was black people behind that? Just because they said nigga, you think it was black people behind getting them canceled? No, we don't got the power like that. There was some Jewish people behind that.
I'm willing to bet there were influential black voices that were heard in these.
Yeah, the voices for sure. Yeah, for sure. But that don't matter all the time. I mean, it take the person with the power to push that button. That just was epiphany to me. Epiphany, how you say it? Because it was wrong for that. Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, they're wrong for that one, but I'm just saying the implications because it starts there. But then the next time somebody says something they don't like, they cancel them, and then all of a sudden you have an industry in our country
They've been doing that. If you get caught saying you can't offend religion or race and stuff like that, that's disgusting to me too. Yeah, I don't like that.
I agree, but like I said, somebody is holding the funds of hate groups in America. There's open legal funds having to do with promotion and generated income that's legal for hate groups in America. Like I'm saying, like a group like the KKK, they definitely have investments and bank accounts and shit specifically for their fucking clan, and people are doing business with them on a daily fucking basis.
That's a crazy point right there.
I'm saying they got to. It's not like they keep all their money in the mattress. They pay taxes. They're a group. They make money.
I would have let out the sounds for that one. That was a crazy point. You're right.
It's facts. You know what I'm saying? Like
American history.
But it's on every side. You also have militant black groups that are going to be banking and shit like that, like known groups. You know what I mean? Like it just is what it is. Like these people, these fucking bankers.
Black groups. What are you talking
about? These bankers are getting on their fucking high horse, flexing their fucking
militant black groups. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying there's militant groups of all types of people. There's militant Christians out there. There's people who show up on these ranches and you got these hardcore Christians and they all got
right now, there's no militant black.
But I'm just saying, okay, not militant, but okay, so like even Black Lives Matter, all right, something like that. They have bank accounts and funds, which we all know they're going through issues with that shit.
That's better.
But I'm just saying someone did. But I'm saying the worst of the worst. Like you have a hate group like the KKK who does violence and
Black Lives Matter. That's the worst of the worst. If they really did, they really put.
I was going for like people that are violent. Yeah, I was going more like people that were violent, but I wasn't thinking about
that. Terrible though.
I'll be honest. At the time, I couldn't even think of a group, which is crazy.
Based off somebody getting killed and people dying behind this.
Yeah, but Chase.
I don't give a fuck about the violence, that type of shit. Your heart got to be like
Chase spent billions of dollars in the 30s and the 40s for the Nazi Party and for the United States and the Allied forces. So they funded both sides of the war. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like Hitler and the Nazis needed also to have money and be able to buy things.
But that's a little more complicated than the organization taking.
But I'm just saying, if you're gonna fund an unbelievable, disgusting hate group like the Nazis, who are all war criminals and are still to this day years old. But I'm just saying, if you're going to lend money to them and also lend money to the own country that you do your banking in and that you're a citizen of, and you're going to do that, but then you're going to turn around and cancel somebody because he said something, like these people were killing Jews and you gave them money. And now Kanye just talked about how Jews run the fucking industry he's in and how he doesn't like it and how he's going to go at them now, which whatever that means.
You're saying Chase is giving them money?
You
gotta have the facts before you start.
Oh, I know for a fact that Chase lent money to the Nazi Party. It's a fact.
Okay, but are you still in business with these people?
The Nazi Party doesn't exist, but there's Nazi parties in America that definitely have bank accounts and shit. Yeah, I'm sure they do at some point. But I'm just saying,
every bank is fucking disgusting. Every big bank, could go all the way back to slavery. So that's
banks don't care what your politics are. As long as your money's legal, they take it and they'll invest it because that's what they fucking do. They're banking.
They're trying to set a new thing right now to where it's like you can't fucking say shit.
Yeah, but they never did any of this shit to a white man. They didn't cancel Mel Gibson's shit when he came out and said all that fly shit about the Jews and he was making movies.
But
okay,
he didn't have that amount of money either. It wouldn't have affected him like it's affecting
Kanye's got more money than Mel Gibson had at that point.
Yeah, I said that's what I'm saying. And it's
but
they
didn't take away any of his bank accounts or anything like that. But now they want to go with Kanye. It's because he's a black man and they don't fucking like that. He represents everything they hate: money, prosperity, fucking future wealth, and then on top of that, he's an icon in multiple industries: music, fashion.
It's not saying when he talked to these people.
Yo, them shit.
He said, "Yeah, boy, listen to me, boy."
He just pulled. He walked.
Get my point across, boy.
He just walked into a meeting and just unzipped his pants and let his shit just dangle on the fucking table in front of them, and they don't fucking like it, and they don't like it. Now they're gonna do it. They don't like it. But it's going to be funny when he's going to accuse them for breaching contract. It's going to be funny.
The world know his worth. He doesn't see no more interest in that. The world know what he did with the fashion. So
and you can take every dollar away from him.
Doing. That's the best way to do it.
You can take every dollar he has away from him.
Because I said something. That's beautiful. That doesn't hurt his legacy to me.
And he doesn't care and he doesn't need to, because you could literally take every single penny he has today and within a year's time he'll be at $1 million again at least. And you could take every dollar away from him. He doesn't have square $1 to start an investment. I guarantee you he'd still be a millionaire.
Please, because talent and people like it doesn't matter.
Dude, he's not industry. He's the industry. He is the industry in himself. He is an industry of himself. He is. How are you going to have a rapper or an artist who basically not only rocks trends, but now sets clothing trends and sets the tone and the style for what people wear? So now you have an influencer, who everybody listens to, and then on top of that, he's influenced them towards action as a certain way of dressing. You cannot stop somebody who has that kind of power.
You cannot stop him. Now look what he's doing with the media, though. Do you see? I don't know if you're a YouTuber like me, for real. Do you see how crazy he's been going on YouTube?
Oh, he like you said, he's got his own goddamn channel where he's been talking
all day long for you.
He's got his own fucking podcast going on. He's been talking for like 96 hours straight. Every time I go on there, he's live.
They keep repeating. Oh, they repeated one that's like 4 hours long, whatever.
But I'm just saying, like
Elon Musk is 100. So
he's really going in
because Elon Musk is a genius too. So they see each other as genius. Stop being regular, you rich bastards. Stop being politically correct. Stop being scared. Stop being pussies.
The first dude in Hollywood I seen spend his money correctly.
Thank you.
He's going in, bro. He's going in, and I like it because he's, like I said, he's the first guy through the wall. People are going to look at him crazy. People aren't going to like what he's doing. They're going to think he's an asshole. But 20 years from now, when there's just things that in the world, that in America, in our culture, that are just different, like it operates a different path now. The sequence of events has been changed, and it's, again, you're going to see it was the one changed by him. And he's going to catch a lot of flack for it. He's going to get beat up for it. He's going to lose for it. He's going to have a real rough ride for a couple of years now coming with this one, because he's pressing hard. But bottom line, like I said before, the first guy through the wall is always the bloodiest, but that wall is now open and people are going to go through it.
It's open. He told that dude, who's that famous motherfucker that just interviewed him, the latest one? I don't know what the hell that is, but he told him, the one that he called a boy or whatever. But he told him, you're going to apologize to me within 10 years, because Ye was saying something, he was finishing his sentence, and dude cut him off and said, yeah, but blah, 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 blah. It's like, let that motherfucker talk. Don't cut him off.
Yeah, for real.
Cut off.
Let him just talk.
We don't want to hear you, jackass, you normal fucking.
Yeah, and any question your lame ass comes up with, he's going to wind up answering it regardless.
Let him talk. Don't cut him off, retard.
Exactly. Let him fucking go. And the fact that people are getting up on other people for allowing him to have said these things, and then for people who are mad at this person for apologizing, it's just bullshit. Like, this guy, as a true journalist, doesn't fucking need to do anything. He needs to plug the mic in, ask him a question,
and let it go. But he's so pompous. He's not even Jewish. He's so appalled by whatever Kanye supposedly said or whatever. He explained it on the thing. He said, oh, I meant to write this and this meant that or whatever else the fuck else. Oh, no, I don't care what y'all thought about the tweet. I'm telling you what's going on right here. But y'all took the tweet and went over there with it. Okay, no problem. He's saying, like, all right, and this is what I meant. Sorry, that's what happened.
Plus, you know, Kanye is going to be about shock value and shock factor anyway. But it's like, these people are acting like they're so surprised that he would say these things. It's like, where the fuck have you been? You don't even listen to Kanye West and the shit that he says. Like, why are you surprised that he might say something like this? And like I said before, like, people tend to forget that he's a black man from Chicago. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna say some shit kind of thing that people don't fucking necessarily want to hear, but it doesn't mean it's not right and it's not true. And he's saying things. I'm not saying what he's saying is right or wrong. I don't give a fuck what it is. I care more about the reaction and the measures that are being taken by people with no legal barriers or rules they're following. They're just deciding to cancel him and take away $150 million of his asset and now put it in transit to some other bank. Like, now those checks that he's been sending to people, that check's not going to cash now.
A lot of shit, yeah, I'm sure that.
So like,
money to
it's
like, all right, here, take
it's
this.
just a classless response to a classless fucking set of words that this man used.
That was right. Oh, that was beautiful. Say that again.
It's a classless response to a classless fucking statement that he made. You know what I mean?
Wow, that was great right there. That was gold.
It's true that it's like what? So now we have major corporations playing with hundreds of millions of dollars of people playing like who can be more ignorant game. Like, the fuck are you doing? Are you 10 years old? And these are people's lives. Like, not so much his life I'm talking about. What about the people that work for him? People who are clocking a check every week because they work for him, secretaries and publicists, and people who are all have a life because of the money they make through working with him. And now you're fucking with their money. You're playing with their money. You're putting their funds on fucking hold. Next week when they get their check, it's going to say Bank of America and not some other shit. They got to reroute everything and make all these changes because fucking Chase wants to act like they have a fucking conscience and give a fuck about people's money and who they are and what they say. Like, they take money off the slimiest and dirtiest people of all time and then cut Kanye off because he just said that he doesn't like that the Jews run his industry.
And then PayPal too. Fuck y'all.
Yo, anybody with fucking money, go fuck yourself. Like, it doesn't make you special. You just work with money, jackass.
Oh, we're not working with him anymore.
Who the fuck are you? I can't wait until he sues them and fucking wins for them breach of contract.
Yeah, he really should.
On what grounds did you fucking? Oh, because I said something you didn't like. Well, let's talk about all the other people that you talk about, take their money. Let's talk about not what they said, not what they fucking said, what they fucking did. The bodies they fucking left over shit. And
yeah, what he said. That's not what these people did. Who you doing business with?
I'm saying, like, if you do business with the Nazis during World War II knowingly and gave them millions of dollars and did banking with them, don't ever fucking cancel somebody in America for saying.
And Balenciaga, you motherfuckers too.
And despite
that old ass fashion brand, I can't imagine how much fucking shit y'all did.
Exactly. So and despite Chase's best efforts, the Nazis actually wound up fucking losing. So the Americans won. And what is Chase not happy now? Now they want to take more from Americans. They want to cause more problems for Americans. They want to fucking take over and be the fucking shot caller and decide who gets to live and who dies because they're going to take their money and cancel them. You fucking stupid. Like,
let's get to the bottom of this.
You're a fucking bank. You're a bank, not a church. Like, get your shit together and know your role and stay in your fucking lane. Just because you're rich, nobody told you that before. Like,
you're lame. You're a rich lame. You're nothing.
Stop fucking with people.
You're not changing no culture. You're not fucking doing nothing.
Seriously,
you're just a rich lame. Shut the fuck up. Why is it? And that's the problem. And that's why, because you let a lame get that power, and now look what's going on. Dumb shit.
No, but what's even worse is fucking people.
Affect him. He didn't even mention it. He don't give a damn about that.
Fuck with the broken poor people of our country. Go ahead. I dare you as an industry. Go ahead and fuck with the broke people, with the poor people. And I'm including Kanye West in that because he's got millions, but you know what? He's broke compared to these motherfuckers. They got billions. You know what I'm saying? Different story.
Let's stop.
Yo, he's got dough. I'm just saying millionaires in America are shit compared to the fucking big business industry people with billions and billions and who control the flow of money. Those are the real money motherfuckers. So we're all broke compared to them. So go ahead, keep pushing the miles. But you've seen that movie fucking what was it with Leonardo DiCaprio, Gangs of New York. What did they do when they were done rioting? They went upstate. They went uptown and they went to all the fucking bankers and all the fucking government agencies. The government officials that work for the government and all big banking people, the rich people uptown in New York. They went after them. They dragged them out of their houses. They fucking beat them. They lit their house on fire. They killed their servants. Like, is that what these people are looking to do? They're pushing people to the point where people are going to fucking wow out and go fucking hand to hand over banking shit. They're going to start showing up at CEOs' fucking houses and like shaking trees because that's the only response that an angry mob can get.
Get clapped because
you know what I mean? Like, take money out of the equation. Let's take money out of the equation. Well, it comes out to a boxing match at that point. So is that what they want? They want people to get so fucking angry and so aggravated and so stepped on and so sick of being stepped on that they're gonna fucking take it to the one way they can? Is that what you're looking for? You're looking to cause fucking civil unrest in our country? Like,
well, guess what? That leads into what we're going to talk about in the conspiracy show.
And our government needs to fucking nut the fuck up and tell them they can't do shit like that. This ain't China. We don't work on a social credit score, motherfucker. I can say what I want, cash my check, and don't fucking bother me. Like, that needs to be understood that that's their fucking role, and someone needs to tell them that shit.
We're going to talk about martial law, and we're going to talk about FEMA in the next conspiracy show on B-Rab. We're going to be on that one because things got to be shaken up. But shout out to everybody. This was a good show. Feel me? Shout out to EST87 for sure.
Appreciate it. Listen, guys, do us a big favor. Come on, jump up in there. Throw us the likes. It takes 2 seconds. It don't cost you nothing. It's free 99. We got you. And, if you want, hop up in the comments, talk to us, call in. We want to speak to you. We want to know what you guys think. We were like, it's great that we get to talk.
Off y'all energy.
But yeah, we don't know what y'all think. Tired of hearing what this dude's got to say, man. I want to hear from y'all people. So come in, show us some love, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Fuck with us, and whatever you want to talk about, bring it to us. We'll discuss whatever, whenever. Like, we're about it, and I would like to think that you can see that we're honest and genuine in the things that we say and feel. We're not some.
We got a lot of knowledge for y'all.
That's the internet gangsters, like somebody had to say, who didn't want to smoke when we tried to talk to them about it. So, keep popping up and talking shit, but the real ones are here, and we appreciate it. We love you, and we rock with you. So keep fucking with us.
Facts. Love y'all. Peace.
Have a good night.